Hello there, welcome to the CIA Corner here on Tap TV. My name is Obed Jerry, your host for today. And yes, this is the CIA Corner where we make commentaries, investigations, and in-depth analysis on topical issues making rounds on the papers, our local stories, Nigerian stories, and the world stories at large. And today we'll be looking into the issue of the former vice president of Nigeria and being a critic in the President Tinubu's regime. We know before now he has been criticizing, dropping different kinds of criticism as to how the federal government and the President Tinubu has been going about their governance and how they are pointing out their wrongs without giving candid advices or candid opinions and suggestions as to how to better our economy. And to our greatest surprise, Atiku, the former vice president, came out to give 6 points that the presidency can apply for the betterment of the country. Well, let's go for a very quick break. When we come back, we'll look into the story properly. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back from that very quick break, and before we delve into the story properly, let's first give a very huge congratulations to our dearest president, Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his 1 year in office. By this time last year, it was the time for swearing him in power as regards to him winning the presidential 2023 election. Our heartfelt congratulations goes to our dearest president. Although some persons would say it is not something to congratulate him about, it is not something to celebrate, it's not a milestone to count because of how things have been in the country, how suffering and penury, insecurity, and different financial crises that have been thriving in our dearest country, Nigeria. But it is at least something to congratulate. At least everybody has been alive. There has been the movement of policies, there have been governance, and there has been plans that he has been making despite how the economy has been going. A very big congratulations to him once again. And yes, on the side of our former president, our former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, he has been a very huge critic to this government, a very huge critic, because the criticism he is giving in this government, I'm not sure he gave 50% of that amount to the previous government during the Muhammad Buhari's era. He didn't give this huge criticism. Some persons would say maybe because they are from the same region, they are from the same northern, they are northerners, and he reduced his level of criticism. While some persons are saying no, because the past administration is better than the current one, that the prices of goods during Muhammad Buhari's era is not the same as it used to be, as it is now in the President Bola Tinubu's regime. Now he's coming out, he has been criticizing, dropping different tackling, saying that the government of Tinubu is not going fine, it's not going properly, it's not going as planned, it's not going according to the promises that the president made to us. And he was making references to President Tinubu's campaign policies, saying he would do this one, he would lift our GDP as a nation from where we are to where we are supposed to be, and that he was giving a citation as to Lagos state government as how he will improve their GDP from 7-something billion to over 140-something billion naira. And it was a good reference because many persons knew how he showed that he was capable to govern Nigeria, while he said he would implement that same policy in Nigeria at large. But some persons are still saying that he thinks that the governance of a state is the same way you would govern a country. Well, Atiku was saying that look at how the price of subsidy and the removal of subsidy from his swearing in government, that today would make it a complete 1 year span around the clock of how we remove subsidy without having a plan B, an alternative as to how would go about this removal of the subsidy. And then he's saying he's giving 6-point suggestions among which he's saying that the president should tackle insecurity. Most of these things he mentioned actually, most of these things mentioned are things that we Nigerians have been suggesting. Even on the CIA here, we've been giving that suggestion for the president to tackle insecurity. If you check most of our videos, you would see where we talk about him tackling insecurity, and he should look into our foreign exchange policies. Yes, we've talked about that also. But he gave an in-depth analysis as to why and how they should, the president should go about these suggestions that he's giving. And then another important point that he made that is very remarkable is the point of making reviews. Yes, actually, for every step that you take, especially in governance, it is advisable that you look back and make reviews. Come out, okay, look at what you've done so far in a span of 3 to 6 months. Look at your policies that you implemented and make reviews and know if these things are very effective to the governments. And if you see that it is not very effective, then you look for plan B to alternate these policies for the betterment of the country. He's saying that for this 1 year in office, over 90 to 100 days, that the president did not in any account come out to do a review of how the policies have been going so far. Although we could recall just last week he was saying that all his 47 ministers should come out and give account as to how they've been carrying their activities, their ministerial activities. But still, Atiku is still saying that he has not made reviews. Make reviews as to the social activities in the country and make reviews especially in the governance and that 2024 budget. He should review the budget of the Federation at large and review also the budgets of these state governments and even the local governments so that we'll know where our expenses are being channeled out. We'll know the number of expenditures that we have been carrying out so far in this government policy, in this government tenure of 1 year. And then another important point that he made was to look into this removal of subsidy. Okay, we agree to the fact that you have removed subsidy and it just clocked 1 year that we've thrived, we've survived as Nigerians with the removal of subsidy and we didn't die, we didn't it was only hardship. It is only hardship that we can record that we have been having. But now he's saying, he's urging President Tinubu and his government to make reviews as to this removal of subsidy. Bring out plan B. We cannot continue the same way till the end of your tenure. Like, give us and then make reviews and show workings as to the benefits that we Nigerians would have. If you say, okay, the price of this goods has been 250 naira, the price of, let's say, this PMS, Premium Motor Spirit, that we've been using, we've been buying it for the price of 250 naira to the detriment of the federal government, subsidizing it for we Nigerians. If you are giving, okay, you say, okay, you want to remove this price and you are mandating the country to sell for around 600 to 700 naira, that is almost 500 naira price difference. And then you are saying, okay, as you are removing this subsidy, now show us, what Atiku is saying is, show us where this 450 naira per every litre is being channeled to and what benefit would it have to our economy if we continue this way for the next 3 years, because after his tenure is to complete in the next 3 years, and that is if he doesn't win this position in the second tenure. And lastly, he was making list of how there have been a huge number of queues on our filling stations, how they queue to buy petrol, that the government should make it plain how many barrels of petrol is being imported every day, every week, and at what cost, and what is the benefit of Nigerians, what is the benefit of the Federation, how much has it added to the Federation's account. And then looking at this, the last part is this insecurity level, that the president, there are angles that he has not looked into. If not, insecurity would have been at the minimal level. Well, this is a very good one coming from our dearest vice president, our former vice president, Atiku, because nobody expected this from him, because even during when he was campaigning, he never made mentions of these kinds of policies that he can implement. So some persons would say this is him indirectly projecting himself that, okay, come 2027, I am here to do what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not do. Indirectly, let's say he's giving advices, but indirectly, he's subtly letting you know that he is capable and he has first-hand experience on governance of a country that is vast like Nigeria. Like this. Well, this is where we draw our curtains for today. You've heard everything that has been discussed here. Please drop your comments in the comment section. Of course, we'd like to engage with you and interact with you as regards what we discuss here. My name is Obed Jerry, your host for today. I will see you next time.